let me get in the camera so you can see me. So today, pretty much working on a 2002 Volkswagen Jetta 2.0. It's not the turbo. I'm not a Euro specialist. This could be a Mark 3, Mark 4, Mark whatever. If you would, Volkswagen enthusiasts, leave whatever mark this is so that everybody can figure this out. Something you can find on Google, but I ain't on Google right now and at this current second. I'm here, about to put it in the O2 sensor. So that's what we're talking about. So put in the O2 sensor in this car. The code came up for, it was like pretty much like, you know, no activity. I don't know the exact definition for it, but pretty much this is dead O2. Doesn't produce any type of data, no voltage, no nothing. So it's for the bank 1 sensor 2. We all know in the inline 4 you get one bank, and then coming after the cat you got the upstream, and then after the cat you got the downstream. So got bank 1 sensor 2, which is downstream. So we're replacing the sensor. So the customer supplied the part. It is a Bosch item, part number 16738. Put it in the camera so you can see. And I believe this is probably like 80 something bucks, $80, $90, I don't know. Got tax of course or whatever. This sensor is pretty much, it's easy, it's not long. The primary one is extra long, so if you got a black one and it's longer than this, and it got more wires, this one has 4. If you got like 6 or 8 or whatever the other one has, you got the wrong one. So make sure you get the one with the brown connector. So we're gonna replace that. So to do a job like this, you just need, you don't need a lot of tools. A couple tools. One of the tools, excuse me, I'm away from the camera, but I'm trying to get the tools for the job so that way you can see. One of the tools you're going to be needing is a O2 sensor socket. I don't see mine. Here's one, and then you could get away with using. Here's one. Got this from Harbor Freight, 7/8. Or you could use a 7/8 wrench. I'm trying to find my 7/8 wrench. I don't even know where my tools. Just give me 1 second. God damn it! Just, you know, I'm not even organizing nothing. So hold on. Here we go, right here. And I was missing. I'm missing a light. I just had this light. I don't even know what I did with it. That fast. It's gone. Whatever, it's my fault. We'll figure it out. So pretty much all you're going to be needing is you use the 7/8 socket. Make sure you put a 3/8 ratchet on it, and then you got your 7/8 wrench. I got this from Harbor Freight, Pittsburgh. If you got something expensive, then that's just you. You're just the dumbass that's just buy expensive stuff. If you like me, you're frugal. You buy what you can afford. So 7/8 gets the job done. So I'm going to go underneath the car, and I'm going to show you where the location of the sensor and how to get it off. Is real simple. So make sure you guys hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe and all of that, and let's get into it. Let's go. All right, so hope the camera view is pretty is a good angle for you. So here's your location of your O2 sensor. Like I said, bank 1 sensor 2 is located behind the cat. Sometimes it's on the cat, but it's always either behind it or on it. We're not worrying about the primary one because the primary one is upstream. We're not focused on that. We're focused on bank 2. So this sensor, just to get started, this looks a little rusted. Yours might not be rusted. This car is a 2002, early 2000s car. So of course that's rust, and we on the East Coast. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit it with some PB Blaster, so that way it screws out perfectly. And then if you can see over here, there's a black box, and it's held in with 2 10mm bolts. Mind you, I'm not even underneath this car all the way, just maybe a little bit. You don't have to. I want to move this light out the way, and I'm gonna go ahead and unbolt this. I got my electric ratchet. You don't need one, but if I know I said all the tools you need in the beginning, but you know you do need a 10mm to get the cover off for the connectors. Connectors for the primary O2 sensor and the secondary rest inside of this cover, so you got to take them off. Oops, tightening it. The nuts for it is plastic, so be careful on tightening them. All right, so that's one, and then there should be if I can come underneath more, if I can feel for it. It looks like it's right here. All right, I think we're on there. Oh, hold on, not yet. All right, I'm on. All right, so that's off. Let me collect it so I don't lose it. And pull the box down. If you see something dripping, that's because the AC was running. So you should know where the water is coming from the evaporator. It's doing what it's supposed to do, coming down in the drain on the ground. So that's a good thing. So we got the brown connector and we got the black one. Like I said, the brown one is for the secondary. So we're gonna pull that out. Just take your finger and guide it out. It will slide out. And just disconnect it. With these connectors, they're not like the American style ones, like the General Motor ones. It's just the Euro ones. They're a pain in the ass. You'll probably be familiar with them. You see them, various amount of sensors underneath the hood, or even your coil pack has them. All you gotta do is press down on it with your fingernail and it should separate, just like that. And you got some type of clips or whatever that keeps the wire harness, keeps it intact and, not all loose everywhere. You don't want it to drag on the ground or rub against something. So now we got that free. So I want to take my 7/8 wrench because, well, I'm not using the O2 sensor. I don't want to use it. I just don't want. Actually, how you gonna use it? I might not. We'll see. If I strip it on removal, on trying to remove this, then I'm going to use the O2 sensor adapter. Other than that, I'm using this. So, oops, you gotta be careful. See, I'm trying to go full force on it. Sometimes you gotta really, push down on it hard. Righty tighty, lefty loose. We're going backwards. We gotta push down on it hard to get it free. This one, it was on, but I guess I'm just too strong. So let me stop hyping myself up. Just one little budge and I got it to move free. Yours, you might gotta heat it up. I don't know your situation. It might be harder to come off. For me, this came off cool. And no, I did not loosen this before I did the job. This is hot, so be careful. So just rotate off. That's all you're gonna be doing. So I'm gonna I'm gonna take this. And this will, because it got like some type of tension in it, so it will tighten back. You gotta keep it from, stop it from turning backwards. Stupid wire loom and everything. So just keep backing it off. This is real simple. You can do this in your driveway. You don't need to take it to a dealership. If you don't have any tools, cool, take it to the mom and pop shop. Take it to wherever it is you need to take to get it done. If you're not mechanically inclined, like I said, you know what to do. Take it to go get it done. If you can handle this, cool, you good. Not everybody can handle this, but I'm going to show it anyway so you know what you're up against. So it should come off. You don't have that many threads on it, and it comes out just like that. And I don't mind the color of it, just because it's all, got a little whitish tip to it, a little oxidated, or whatever you want to call it. I'm from the hood. My big words ain't all that damn big, so you get my damn drift. But it ain't working. It ain't nothing to talk about. So you're gonna take your O2 sensor and you're gonna match it up with the new one and make sure it's right. So I matched it up with the old one. What I did notice, it was slightly longer, the new one. It's not gonna affect anything. As long as your connector, the pins look good, the design of the connector is exactly the same, and as long as it snaps in, you good. I can even try it right now, just to see. I'm in there. You heard it snap, because I did. So I want to take it out. So now, the O2 sensor comes with a little protector, a little plastic cover. Take it off. Some people like to put anti-seize on it. This is, stop it from getting seized in there. There's a reason why it goes on there. I literally just gave it to you. But this O2 sensor comes with anti-seize on it, so I don't have to worry about putting on it. Some O2 sensors, like the Denso brand, come with like a little goldish type of anti-seize. This one is gray, but whatever. So as long as everything looks the same, so I'm going to install it, and then I'm going to screw it. Make sure you got your washer on there too. Some O2 sensors don't be coming with those washers. And now I'm going to take my O2 sensor. I was going to say O2 sensor wrench, but this is not the official wrench for it. This is just a regular, wrench. It's a 7/8 wrench, but it's the exact size for it. So I'm tightening it. And you don't have to overkill on tightening it, so just watch me. As soon as it stops, give it a snug. You want to be able to take this back off in the future, but you don't want this to leak exhaust at the same time. So I'm gonna use my best hand. Good, I'm tight. Now, what I'm gonna do is make sure your wires ain't all, they're gonna get twisted too from rotating this. Make sure they're not all kinked up and everything. So I'm gonna route this back, however this was, to the box. I believe this was like this. I might have to go back in the video and pay attention to everything, but as long as the wire's not hanging, you should be good. I want to put this on the connector. Bam, I'm in there. And I'm going to put it back in this place, like how it's supposed to rest in there. Your tabs or whatever might be broken, whatever you got to do, just get it back in there correctly. Make sure your wires is cool. Then I'm going to put this on and then put my two nuts on. So I got one. Like I said, this is really simple. Some people who don't fix cars, y'all might like exaggerate a job like this. You know, mechanics like me, you know, we be thrilled to get jobs like this because we get these joints in and out, no problem. So now I'm gonna put the other one on. And I think this is on right. It's a little crooked, but we'll straighten it out with the gun. This is plastic. So I'm gonna take my 3/8 ratchet, start tightening it. And I think my nut fell off for this one. I gotta find it. Remember I said it don't have to be that tight. I'm in there like swimwear. And I want to finish putting securing my lines to make sure, you know, they don't be all over the place. And it looks like this is the primary wire. I don't know if someone was fiddling with it, you know, in the past, but I'm gonna secure it right so that way it don't be hanging everywhere. And that looks good. And this looks good. I gotta draw this wire in some a little bit, but I don't have no wires hanging. Make sure the loom is seated inside of this cover. You don't have no wires exposed, nothing sticking out. This water do get underneath this car, but for the most part, we done under here. So I'm gonna go in the car and I'm gonna take the a scan tool and I'm gonna clear the light. You may not have access to a scan tool, but I'm pretty sure you got a local AutoZone, so go down there and get those guys to clear it, and then your job is pretty much solid. So I'm Leekautorepair. I'll just showing you guys how to you know, replace the sensor. That's all that's needed. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe. You guys got any questions? You know, I got everything in the screen. You know, you guys want to donate me something for being nice. It's my Cash App, $ Leekautorepair. You guys want to send me some cool stuff? My P.O. box is you know, Malik, parentheses, Leekautorepair, or whatever, right? Just follow everything on the screen. P.O. box number 4, Lansdowne, PA 19050. Anybody want any Leekautorepair shirts, $25 plus shipping. You got any car questions? You want to send me stuff to review? You can get at me in the in business opportunities as well. Leekautorepair@gmail.com, and that's pretty much all I got to say. Follow me on Instagram too, Leekautorepair. Everything is Leekautorepair. But I'll holla at y'all.